Each year at this time, Everett's Jewelers brings to Dallas a $1 million sale of outstanding estate jewelry assembled from all over the world. It's your opportunity to save hundreds of dollars on fabulous estate jewelry featuring an outstanding collection of fine diamonds, opals, emeralds, sapphires, and other precious stones in gold and platinum settings. The entire collection has been priced hundreds of dollars below its actual appraised value, and Everett's offers these outstanding savings just when fine diamonds and other precious gems are one of the best investments you can make, and just in time for special Christmas giving, too. You'll find antiques, contemporary designs, and reproductions no two are alike. The entire collection will be shown for 1 week only at Everett's downtown location, 1615 Main.
We want to be a part of your life.
Everett's $1 million estate sale at the downtown location only, 1615 Main Street, Everett's Jewelers.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. And I'm ready, if you are, for another mysterious voyage through the shadowy mist of imagination. You ask, what is the world? And most people will answer, the earth, the universe. But isn't it true that for most people, the real world is a certain house on a definite street in a particular town? And for most people, doesn't the real world consist of perhaps, say, 50 or 100 or so faces? And isn't everything and everyone else just a name in a newspaper? An image on a screen? A voice speaking from a small box? Close your eyes. Stop up your ears. And there is no world.
I have something to tell you, Harry.
Yes?
You have just become the most powerful man in the world.
Me?
Yes, you. You, Harry Cohen. You have just become more powerful than any dictator, king, or czar. Mightier than any general, emperor, or president.
Are you sure you feel all right?
And listen, in a terrible storm outside.
Yes?
You can end it by saying just one word. Say yes, and the storm will be over.
You can't be serious.
Try it. Say yes, and see what happens.
All right.
No, not all right. Yes.
Yes. What did I do? What did I do? Our mystery drama, The 36th Man, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Sam Dan and stars Ross Martin. It is sponsored in part by Anheuser-Busch Incorporated, Brewers of Budweiser, and Buick Motor Division. I'll be back shortly with Act One.
When you buy a mid-sized car, you expect certain things from it. Mainly, a reasonable combination of comfort and economy. Well, friend, Buick has a mid-size to meet your expectations. The 1975 Century Regal. It's a joy to look at, a joy to ride in, and Buick's new V6 engine makes it a joy to drive, especially past gas stations.
Buick Century Regal, dedicated to the free spirit in just about everyone.
Once upon a time, there came to pass a new law, and great changes came over the people. They were happy and busied themselves at work they enjoyed. They were kind to the earth, and it gave back to them. No one had to lock doors or put fences around their land. Everyone had enough to eat. The sick and the aged were cared for. The people stood proud and tall.
In the land of make-believe, there were no poor. The Campaign for Human Development is working to make the same thing happen in our real world.
Campaign for Human Development, United States Catholic Conference.
Just because you're the handyman around your house doesn't mean you have to do every job by hand. Frank Lieber here for True Value Hardware Stores, who suggest Rockwell Power Tools to make your home repair jobs easier and faster. And if it's important to you, they'll make it just about as satisfying as doing it all by hand. True Value Hardware stores have a Rockwell 2-speed jigsaw kit for just $18.88. You get the saw plus 10 blades, a ripping guide, and a carrying case. The saw is double insulated for electrical safety, and it has an anti-splinter base insert to prevent chipping when you're cutting. Just $18.88. And True Value Hardware stores have a Rockwell half-inch double insulated power drill. That extra capacity means you can drill bigger holes through thicker materials. A half-inch wide hole through really thick wood, even through steel. It's just $19.99. Power tools from Rockwell. They're just a few of the values at your nearby participating True Value Hardware store.
Sometimes, when we are particularly appalled by the flagrant evil, the unspeakable inhumanity, and the dark ignorance that seems to engulf us constantly, we may ask ourselves, why does the Lord permit this most imperfect planet to exist? Why? Perhaps the answer is written in the old Hebrew legend, which tells us that there are, in every generation, 36 human beings whose lives are completely without blemish. And it is for their sake that the Lord allows the world to continue. And since the Hebrew letters Lamed and Vav form the symbols for the number 36, these persons are called Lamed Vovniks. And so long as there will always be 36 of these saintly people in each generation, the world shall not be lost. Our tale begins in the opening years of the 1900s, down in the Lower East Side of New York City, in a tiny candy store.
Harry, where are you? Harry?
Ruth? I was down in the cellar.
Oh, you were down in the cellar.
I was putting away the empty bottles.
Mm-hmm. And while you're downstairs, anybody could come in and walk away with the whole store.
Oh, Ruth, the people in this neighborhood are honest.
Is that why we're always short newspapers?
Well, maybe when we count them, we don't add right.
And the candy bars disappear off the counter by magic, huh?
Well, you know, sometimes it could be our mistake.
Oh, please, give me a
You know,
rest.
the truth is the human eye, it very often deceives a person. Sometimes you think you see
that's
something...
enough.
Ruth, are you angry?
Who, me? Angry? What would I have to be angry about?
I'm just trying to explain
Don't. Whatever you say, it'll be wrong. And I'll lose my temper. I don't want to do that. So just keep quiet.
I know how much you hate this place, Ruth. If you want, I can stay here by myself.
Oh, sure.
I don't want you to come in afternoons anymore. After all, why shouldn't you be free?
Uh-huh. Thank you. Thank you so much for my wonderful freedom. Mr. Enrico Caruso and Miss Nellie Melba are singing at the Metropolitan Opera. Now I'm free to use our box seat.
Oh, Ruth, I wish I could afford something.
And afterwards, I'll be free to join Mr. Diamond Jim Brady and Miss Lillian Russell for supper at Rector's.
Please, Ruth.
Don't just stand there. Bring in the newspapers, will you?
Why?
Can't you hear why?
But the sun was shining so brightly just a minute ago.
It's a storm. Hurry before we lose all the papers.
Yes, you're right. I'm going.
Here, hand them to me.
Why such a storm all of a sudden?
Shut the door. Oh, look at these papers.
What's the matter?
Look at the comic pages.
Oh.
Half of them torn. Dirty finger marks everywhere. Now, how can we sell? Did you let the kids read the funny papers again?
Well...
Did you?
Oh, but Ruth, most of these children can't afford to buy a newspaper.
Who do you think you are? Mr. Andrew Carnegie? Now, how many times do I have to tell you we're not running a free public library?
No,
Get your head out of the clouds.
Ruth, please.
Now, you can't give away a whole quart of milk in a 5-cent malt.
I know that.
So if you know, why do you do it?
These children are so poor.
Nobody's as poor as we are.
Kids shouldn't grow up without a piece of candy now and then, a toy, a funny paper.
What?
If you could only hear how the kids laugh when they look at the funny pages.
Where do you get this from, this sickness?
They're so happy you don't even notice how thin, how scrawny they are.
Craziness. It doesn't run in your family. Your brothers are sensible. They're rich, important.
Ruth, everything will be all right.
Pick the lemon.
You'll see. Where are you going?
In the back.
to look through the bills. I don't know why. There's no money to pay them.
Yeah.
It isn't easy, is it?
No. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear anyone come in.
Hello, Harry.
You say my name as if you know me.
I've been looking for you, Harry.
Why would anybody be looking for me? After all, who am I?
It's been such a long trip, and I'm so tired.
Well, here, please, sit down, huh? Can I offer you a little something? Milk or something?
Let me look at you, Harry.
You're very pale. You're trembling. Mister, are you sick?
Let me see if what they said about you is true.
There's a doctor just up the block.
I think it's true.
He doesn't charge much. If you don't have enough money, maybe I can help, all right?
I'm very old, Harry. My time is up.
Oh, what kind of talk? I'll take you to this doctor.
But I can't leave this world until I find somebody to take my place. Do you understand?
Poor old man. What's troubling you?
Harry, just tell me, assure me that you'll always be just the way you are right now. Tell me, you must. Will you take my place?
So, who are you?
Harry, you have to chew the fat with every old bum that walks in. The syrup jars have to be washed.
Yes, Ruth, I'll do it.
And you, Mr. Bum, this is no flop house. On your way.
Oh. Who are you?
I'm one of the 36.
The 36?
There must always be 36 of us, or the world is lost, comes to an end.
You sit here. It'll only take a minute. I'll get the doctor.
Each of us, before he dies, must name the man to succeed him. I choose you.
Now, here, first, you drink this, huh? You look very...
Do you accept?
You must try to be calm.
Because I'm dying and I have no successor. The world is ending. Here and now, the world is ending.
Oh, no. Everything's all right.
I tell you, the world is ending. Look outside. Have you ever seen a storm like this? Have you? It will destroy the whole world.
This excitement, it's not good for you.
The world, it's lost unless there is a new 36th man. Take my place. You must do it quickly. Quickly before I die.
Don't get up. Don't try to get up, please.
Say yes, Harry. Say yes. And suddenly there is an end to thunder and lightning, the wind. Suddenly, every cloud will disappear. A bright sun will shine in a peaceful heaven.
Just rest. Now try to...
Say yes. Only you can save the world. Say yes.
Me save the world?
Yes, you. Only you can save the world. Harry, say yes. Harry.
Yes. All right, yes. All right now?
Yes. Now it's all right. Listen.
I don't hear anything.
That's right. You don't hear. The storm that was sent to destroy the world stopped in its tracks because of you. Stopped because you just became the 36th man.
Fine. Now, let me take you to the doctor.
You must always be 36. And you must never change. Before I die, I have the power to grant my successor one request. Ask for anything. Ask. What? What do you really want in this world?
Oh, I would want for people to have enough.
No. This must be for yourself. What would you really want?
What I'd really want, if it could somehow be arranged, it would be wonderful. If my wife, Ruth, well, if she just understood me a little better. Is it all right to ask for that?
That's all you want?
That's really all I want.
Then one day she shall. One day, when you least expect it, she will suddenly understand you. Now, goodbye, Harry. I must leave.
Oh, but look at you. You can't even walk.
One need not be able to walk in order to leave this world.
Here, lean on me. Ruth, quick, help me. Ruth.
Goodbye, Lamed Vovnik. Goodbye.
The old man, we have to help the old man. The old man.
Harry.
The old man.
Harry, listen to me.
Harry, listen to the doctor.
The doctor, yes, the doctor. This is very old man my store, doctor.
No, Harry. We're in the store right now. Now, your wife says you keep shouting for help. Now, what happened?
There was an old man here.
What old man?
He fell to the floor. He said he was dying. I yelled for you to help me. But
There was no old man.
oh, you saw him?
I saw him?
Yes, you saw him. You asked him to leave the store.
When was this?
When? 5-10 minutes ago?
Now, you sure you're not imagining all this, Harry?
Now, why should I suddenly
He works
say...
too hard, Doctor. He doesn't get enough sleep. He forgets to eat.
You mean that... there was no old man?
Where is he?
He seemed... so... just like a real person. We talked to each other, and he just fell dead on the floor.
If he fell dead, Harry, where is he?
Doctor, did you ever hear of the Lamed-Vovniks?
Yes?
The old man said he was a Lamed-Vovnik.
Oh, the old man again.
That he had chosen me as his successor.
Harry, it was a hallucination. You thought you saw him.
Oh, no. I saw him. He was real.
To you?
He was in that chair. He was real.
He was in your mind. There are new things, Harry. An entirely new dimension of the mind is being opened, explored. I wonder what that Dr. Freud would say.
Who?
There's a Dr. Freud in Vienna. Something new. He's what they call a mind doctor. I wonder what he would say about your old man.
What could he say? He's never seen him.
I think I'll write to this Dr. Freud. He's involved with everything that happens inside the mind.
But the old man wasn't inside my mind. He was inside the store.
No, Harry.
I know what I saw.
What are you arguing with the doctor? You can't even run your own business. You're trying to tell him all about his.
Look, all I'm trying to say
Never mind what you say. Does the doctor say there was no old man?
Yes, but
Then there was no old man. And that's the end of it.
Oh, she can say that. But you and I, we know that isn't the end of it. No, sir. If anything, it's only the beginning. You will have to give the devil his due. And I mean that literally when I shall return shortly with Act 2.
Some research experts say you can't taste the difference between beers. Well, if they're right, then Anheuser-Busch wastes a barrel of time Beechwood aging Budweiser. Only they don't think so. Brewing beer right does make a difference. And they're betting a bundle that you can taste the difference in Bud. When it comes to brewing Budweiser, the Anheuser-Busch choice is to go all the way because they still care about quality. Look at it this way. If the Bud people have a choice between what some experts say and what beer drinkers say, well, you'd better believe they'll go with you beer drinkers every time. When you say Budweiser, you said it all. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
The folks at Richardson Savings have a free gift for you. A gift that, like your savings account, will grow more valuable to you as the years go by. A beautiful 8x10 natural color portrait of you or your family. And all you do for your free portrait by a professional photographer is call Richardson Savings at 235-4571 and make an appointment for your sitting. Take your choice of 6 convenient Richardson Savings office locations. We're staying open in the evenings and on Saturdays, so all your family can be present. Within 30 days, you'll be able to take your choice of poses for your free portrait. If you wish, you may purchase additional portraits at special low rates, but you're under no obligation to do so.
Take advantage of this free portrait offer by calling Richardson Savings today at 235-4571 for an appointment. You don't even have to be a customer of Richardson Savings, though you are invited to save where you earn the highest rates permitted by regulations. You'll cherish this lovely portrait. It's Richardson Savings' way of saying happy holidays to its customers and friends.
The old Jewish legend tells us that the Lord allows this sinful world to exist so long as there are 36 saintly souls in each generation. And they are known as Lamed Vovniks. Harry Cohen, a very kind, very humble little shopkeeper on the Lower East Side of New York City, has just succeeded a dying member of the group, thus keeping the roster at the required 36. Ruth, his wife, refuses to take Harry seriously. However, there's always a first time for everything. And right now, Harry is about to be taken very seriously indeed by, well, since you would never guess, I'll come right out with it. The devil. You don't believe it? I can prove it. The very next voice you'll hear will be Satan himself.
Yes? Who? I suppose you might just as well let her come in.
Prince?
Don't use that irritating title.
Well, I can't very well call you the king of the universe. You're only the Prince of Darkness.
So far.
Your district captain in New York hears that the newest Lamed Vovnik is in his territory.
So?
Well, it might present you with a quick way to destroy the world.
There is no quick way. Slow and steady is how to go. Now, in 8 or 10 years, I'm arranging for a war.
There have always been wars.
But this will be a world war.
Oh, you've had those before.
But not with these weapons. Oh, the weapons they'll have this time. Now, in about a year, there's going to be an invention called the aeroplane. A machine that flies through the sky. You can drop bombs from it. Destroy entire cities. I'm going to let them invent weapons so awful that one man will be able to...
That's always been your problem.
What problem?
You're gadget happy. Now, I have a simple plan whereby you can destroy the world this very afternoon.
You have?
The newest Lamed Vovnik.
Yes.
Just help him fall from grace, as it were.
Impossible. No one has ever been able to get a Lamed Vovnik.
You never asked me to help.
Your specialty is wasted. They're mostly elderly men. Long ago, they abandoned the pursuit of earthly pleasure. Or maybe it abandoned them.
This new one is young.
Young?
I even think he's handsome.
Oh, well. This places everything in a brand new perspective. Are you seducing anybody important these days?
Oh, a couple of kings, a few presidents, some generals.
Let's go after this one. What's his name again?
Harry. Harry Cohen.
Harry? Harry Cohen.
What? Oh, yes, Ruth.
What are you doing there?
Oh, I was just reading a book.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, yes, Ruth, it is wonderful. It's a book about bees.
Bees? This is a new affliction.
Shows how bees talk to each other. Bees talk by the way they dance around each other. You may just think it's aimless, buzzing around without rhyme or reason, but every motion means something.
And while you've got your nose buried in that book, anybody can come in and walk off with the whole story.
Oh, no, Ruth. I was watching.
Listen. I have to go see my brother.
Oh. All right. Say hello to him from...
Oh, no. The very mention of your name gives him indigestion. Now, just tell me, can I trust you not to give away the store while I'm gone?
Oh, Ruth.
No. Don't answer. I'll just have to pray for a miracle.
Ruth. I just wish I could make her happy.
There it is, Lilith, my dear. The shop of Harry Cohen.
You gonna hang around for the kill, Prince?
I still say you're not going about it in the right way.
Tell you what you do, Prince. You go get yourself an umbrella. 'Cause in 5 minutes, there's gonna be the biggest storm in the history of the world.
I hope so.
Hello, Harry.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Did anyone ever tell you how handsome you are?
No.
Well, you just listen to Mama, Harry, baby.
Well, they never told me because it isn't true. I mean, why should people tell me I'm handsome? As my father used to say, his face is not his fortune.
You just come here, Harry, honey.
Listen, I'm afraid I don't know your name.
Lily, honey.
Lily.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have very much money.
Money?
No.
Oh, sweetie, who said anything about money?
But maybe I can help you.
Help me?
Yes. If you need a few dollars so that you can... So that you can...
So I can what?
So that you can... Quit.
Quit?
Quit this terrible life you lead.
Just wait a minute, Harry.
Lily, I don't judge people. After all, which person has the right? All we can do is help one another, right?
I mean, say, who do you think you're talking to?
I know who I'm talking to. A child of misfortune, a child of sorrow.
Oh, now listen,
But it's not
Harry.
your fault. Something tells me it's not your fault.
Harry, just...
Maybe you didn't have parents.
Harry, relax.
Maybe there was no one to love you, no one to teach you.
Oh, why not enjoy life, Harry?
Yes, exactly. Life is so short. What better way to enjoy it than by helping another human being?
Harry, we could have such a good time, you and me.
Here. A few dollars. It's not much, but it's all I have. You take it.
Harry, you're not listening.
First, wash all the paint and powder off your face, and then buy yourself some nice clothes and get yourself a job.
A job?
There's a factory right down the street. They make shirtwaist.
Harry, let me explain
They
something.
always need girls.
Harry, that's not what I
If
had
it
in
change
mind.
your whole life, you'll feel better.
No.
Here, take the money. Get a new start.
No.
Are you afraid to break with the past? Foolish girl. The good Lord is so filled with love, with forgiveness.
Oh, let me out of here. Let me out of here.
Well, I don't see a cloud in the sky.
That man isn't human.
But he is. And that's why we will do this my way. Now get rid of those clothes. Get an old black dress.
Black?
A torn black shawl. Put some white in your hair, some lines in your face. You'll be a poor widow, lady.
But I...
And make sure that butter doesn't melt in your mouth.
Oh, but Prince...
And don't call me Prince.
Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you.
How much for these candies?
Those? They're 2 for a penny.
Oh, well, I would need 4 because there's Joey and Sarah and Tessie and Benny and... never... Thank you.
Don't you want the candy?
Well, no, because I can only spare 1 penny. You see, otherwise I won't be able to buy milk.
You mean you can't spare a penny for candy?
Well, not this week.
Here. You take this.
Oh, no.
Now take it.
Oh, no.
Why not?
Well, because it's charity, and
Charity, what a beautiful word. It really means love, you know. It's what people should do for each other.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I have my pride.
But you have 4 little children. Shouldn't each of them have a piece of candy?
No, not unless I could afford it.
Why should they pay for your pride? Huh? Now take it. Come on, just take it.
Well...
You're new. I haven't seen you before.
Well, I just moved across the street, top floor. Oh, What's that book on the counter? It looks familiar.
Oh, do you read?
Well, no. My husband did. Before he died.
The book on philosophy.
Oh, yes. That sounds like what he used to read.
He must have been an educated man.
Oh, yes. He was a man like you. Very kind, very intelligent. Oh, he would come home from work at night and he would read to me from the philosophy book. Oh, that's what I miss so much. Well, bye.
Goodbye.
Where's the record for the syrup?
I forgot to keep it. Ruth,
What do you do all day that you can't keep the simplest figures?
I said I was sorry. I'll try to do better.
Those books. That's what you're busy with, this junk.
No, Ruth, now that's not junk.
Garbage, nonsense. In any of these books, is there even one word that can tell you how to make $1?
Ruth, it is written, man does not live by bread alone.
I'll make a bargain with you, Mr. Philosopher. You live on books, and I'll live on bread, and we'll see who lives longest.
Look, let me read you something beautiful from philosophy. Here, listen to...
No. You listen. You go home. You eat your supper, you go to sleep. Because 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, you have to be here to open the store.
Oh, but Ruth, I just want to read this to you.
All I want in this life is a little peace and quiet.
This is such a beautiful thought. I have to share it with somebody.
Leave me alone, will you, please? I share too much with you as it is.
Just a minute.
Good evening.
Oh, well, good evening.
I brought a bottle of milk for your children.
Oh, you're so kind.
It's nothing.
Oh, it's everything.
And there's this paragraph in a book of philosophy that I'd like to read to you.
Oh, well. Won't you come in?
Won't you come in? Never did so devious a spider speak such honeyed words to so an unsuspecting a fly. And the battle is on. The ceaseless, the eternal battle between the forces of good and evil. I'll be back shortly with Act 3.
There is a fresh new spirit sweeping the land. A free spirit that demands good products. Products that satisfy your sense of good taste and desire for economy. But above all, products that perform. Buick has been touched by this spirit. And this year, our crisply designed, solidly built Buicks will bring joy even to the most demanding of free spirits. The 1975 Buicks, dedicated to the free spirit in just about everyone.
Oh, boy, do I have a headache. Why do they have to make these caps so hard to open?
For a very good reason. Children open things that they shouldn't. That's why we have safety packaging. For the life of your child, you can live with a little inconvenience. For further information, write the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, Washington, D.C. 20207.
My daddy was a mighty fine man. He taught me a thing or two. A woman can hurt, so you stay on your guard. And beach nuts the tobacco you chew. Them times we'd go fishing, my daddy and me. He'd tell me everything you ever knew. You'd go after big mouth in close to the bank. And beach nuts the tobacco you chew. Around here, beech nut's the word for chewing tobacco. And it's been that way, father and son, for a long, long time. What's the secret? It's the way beech nut just keeps getting better. Like beech nuts a lot moister these days, with more taste and less stems. Big improvements. You ought to try today's beech nut chewing tobacco. And now I'm a daddy with a son who's full grown, and I tell him a thing or two. Scared money don't win, evil women drink gin, and beech nuts the tobacco you chew.
You know, a of course, that the old Jewish legend tells that the Lord allows this sinful world to continue only because in each generation there are 36 saintly souls called Lamed Vovniks. Should there ever be one less than this required number, the world will be immediately destroyed. Satan, unfortunately, is also aware of the situation, and he has sent Lilith, the seductress, to work her evil charms. The fate of the world hangs on the outcome of the next scene.
Won't you, come in?
Oh, thank you.
My children are asleep. And now, thanks to you, they will have milk tomorrow morning.
Oh, please, say no more about it. I came across this passage in a book, and I just thought you might like to hear it.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This is what I miss most, just talking, having my husband read to me, explain to me. Your wife, she must be a fortunate woman to have a man like you.
Well...
To have a philosopher, a sage for a husband. To live with wisdom every day.
Oh, well, it was just this passage that I came across. It says, "It is truth that turns a hovel into a palace, that makes a youth handsome and a maiden fair, that transforms all the base metal within us into pure and shining gold."
Yes. And there's more than the truth we know. There's the truth we feel, the truth that beats in our hearts.
Yes.
The truth that pounds in our pulse.
It's a little bit close in here, isn't it?
Harry, there is this truth between you and me.
I think I'd better go.
Are you afraid?
No. I just should have been home a long time ago.
Where is home, Harry? What is home?
Well, I live... oh, look, it's starting to rain.
Home is where the truth abides.
Rain? The moon was shining so brightly before.
Oh, don't deny the truth, Harry.
Such a rain. All of a sudden. Where did it come from?
Poor Harry. Bold enough to speak the truth, but too timid to live it. Why are you afraid, Harry?
I'm not afraid.
Then obey the command of your heart, your senses. What do they command you to do?
You're so beautiful.
Well, then why are you afraid of me? Didn't the poet say beauty is truth?
Yes.
Come to me, Harry, and learn the truth.
Yes. No, I see you now. I know who you are. No.
Harry!
I know where the rain is coming from. I'll stop it.
Harry, you come back here. Harry, come back.
Well, another brilliant performance that gets us nowhere, my dear.
I give up. He's all yours.
Yes, Lily. He's all mine. He doesn't know that yet. But soon he will be all mine.
I wish you luck.
Not luck. Skill. If you really want a man, you work on his wife. And she has a brother, a wealthy brother. And tonight, he will have a dream.
Ruth?
Jacob, what are you doing here?
Oh, Ruth, what you just said, it's a knife through my heart.
What did I just say?
You asked me what I'm doing here, with such surprise in your voice.
Well, yes, because you never come here.
And that's my sin. I have one sister. I never visit her. I never ask myself, does she need anything?
Jacob, you better sit. Now, let me get you something to drink, a little soda.
Put a little syrup in it.
You are sick.
I really haven't been a good brother.
Yes, that's true. You haven't.
But now I'm going to make up for it.
You are?
My sister. My little sister. She isn't going to waste her youth and her beauty in a candy store.
Jacob, you want to go in the back, maybe? Lie down?
And my brother-in-law. Such a splendid person, a man with a heart of gold.
That's true.
And a brain. Such a brain. I'm getting old. I need help. I need a man. A brilliant man who can run my business for me. A man like Harry.
No. What you don't need is a man like Harry.
Harry, what a wonderful person. A man in a million. Now he's ready for real responsibility.
But Jacob...
I want Harry to become my right-hand man.
This is Jacob? My brother?
Send your husband to see me the first thing tomorrow morning.
Harry?
Yes, it's Harry.
Did you go see my brother?
Yes.
Well, tell me. Did you ever suspect such a thing? Look at you. You're still in a daze.
Yes, his house. He lives in a palace.
He has 5 bedrooms.
He can only sleep in one of them at a time.
Where do you want to live, Harry?
Live?
Of course, live. We're certainly not going to live in this neighborhood anymore.
Why not?
Why not? Because we're going to sell the store.
Why are we going to sell the store?
Why? Well, because... Harry, what did you and Jacob talk about?
We talked about a job, and he...
And what happened?
What happened? Well, the way it ended, he threw me out of the house.
What?
He lost his temper.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything. You know Jacob. He has a very strong temper.
Harry, tell me. Everything started at the beginning.
Well, when I got there, he was already angry.
Why?
Because I was late. You see, there was an old man on the car, and he was afraid to travel alone, so I had to go to his stop with him, and then...
Just tell me.
Well, Jacob said he wanted me to help him take care of his money.
And you said?
I said, how wonderful.
Oh, then you did take the job.
Well, what I said was, what a wonderful opportunity to help people.
Help people?
Well, isn't that the best way to take care of money, Ruth? Feed people who are hungry, clothe people, send an orphan child to school.
I can see where we're going.
He laughed. He thought it was a joke. Can you imagine? He said, money isn't something you give to people. Money is something you take from people.
Harry.
He wanted me to learn about money by starting to collect rent.
You?
And if a person couldn't pay, to put him out.
No, now. You wouldn't have to.
No, I said I couldn't. And then he wanted me to work in his store.
Well... That's better.
Better, Ruth. He cheats people.
How dare you say that about
He charges too much. He doesn't give them right weight.
So, you're not taking the job.
Oh, please, Ruth, please. Please, Ruth. Now she won't talk to me for a whole week.
Hello, Harry.
Oh, hello, Doctor.
How are you feeling, Harry? See any more Lamed-Vovniks lately?
Oh, no, please, Doctor. I don't feel so good right now, huh?
Oh, what's wrong?
Oh, an argument with my wife.
That's what I came to see you about. I got a letter from this specialist in Vienna. An answer from this Dr. Freud. Very interesting.
Yes?
Now, why do you believe you became a Lamed-Vovnik?
Why do I believe? I know. The old man was here, the storm. He died.
Harry, you needed it.
I needed it?
You manufactured it for your own self-esteem.
What does that mean?
It means you realize deep inside that you failed your wife.
I failed her?
All the things she wants, she can't have. Clothes, theater parties, money.
Those things, they're not important.
Not to you, but they mean so much to Ruth.
Isn't it more important to help one's neighbor?
And so, to give importance to yourself, to convince yourself that what you're doing is right, you make it appear that if you stop letting people walk all over you, then the world will come to an end.
But that isn't what I'm doing.
It could look that way to somebody else. Besides, Harry, what makes you so sure you're the one who's right?
Hello, Ruth. Ruth, please talk to me. Ruth? Why are you handing me this piece of paper? Oh, I see. Harry, I will not talk to you until you go to work for my brother and take your head out of the clouds. All right, Ruth? I'm going.
What?
Tomorrow morning, I'm going.
Harry. You don't mean it?
Yes, I mean it.
Oh, Harry. Oh, we'll be so happy.
I keep saying, who am I to judge? And yet I judge constantly. Where's it written that I, Harry Cohn, must starve on a crust, freeze in a cellar? Now, I've spent the first part of my life giving. I'll spend the rest of it taking.
Harry. What's the matter with you?
Nothing's the matter. No, you won't fool me. The world isn't ending.
Harry. What's the matter with your face?
My face.
It's so hard. Well, why do you look so mean? I don't like that look.
I've stopped fooling myself, that's all. What arrogance. To think I'm one of the Lord's chosen. Rage and howl, I don't believe you. The world will go on. I won't wait until tomorrow. I'll go to him now. The sooner the better. He's a fool. He thinks he knows how to make money. He knows how to sweat pennies from the poor. I'll teach him tricks he never dreamed of.
Harry, no.
No, what? You want money, furs, jewels? An emperor's wife will be a bigger woman beside you.
Don't go.
You think I'm afraid of that storm? Let go of me. Let go.
No. I don't want you to go.
You what?
I don't like you this way. I don't want you this way. Oh, Harry. Why do I make you so miserable?
Ruth.
Why do I want to change you? I love you. Just the way you are. Just the way you are.
Yes, Harry. One day, when you least expect it, she will understand you. Your wife will understand you.
You're the sweetest person in the whole world. I don't care if you're not rich, if you're not important. I love you. Oh, look, it's such a nice night. Go upstairs. Get some rest. But you look tired.
Yes, Ruth. I am tired.
You look it, Harry.
So tired.
You look as if the whole world is resting on your shoulders.
And according to what is written in one of the old legends, the world is resting on Harry's shoulders. As an additional thought, if a sudden storm should upset the weatherman's predictions for a beautiful day, remember, someone of 36 people may be having a momentary lapse, because, after all, even the saintliest of humans still are human. I'll be back shortly.
Give your hand to a friend. Give your heart to your love. But give your cold to contact. The sooner the better.
The common cold is a rotten thing. You miss so much. Sneezing, drips, and congestion can drag you down. Then ask yourself the contact question. 6 or 3 or what? You'd need 6 cold tablets, 2 every 4 hours, or 3 ounces of Cold's liquid, 1 every 4 hours, or just 1 contact for up to 12 hours continuous relief of those symptoms. That's daytime, then nighttime relief. Both the others have things for aches and fever, and the liquid, something for coughs. Not found in Contact 600 Tiny Time pills.
Give your cold to contact.
6 or 3 or what? Take Contact. Only as directed.
You may pass him or her on the street without knowing it. You may look at some insignificant, retiring, unimportant person and never know that he, assisted by 35 others, holds your fate, your life, your world. We think the world is saved by the strong, the mighty, the powerful. But no, they can't save it. They can only destroy it. Remember, it is the meek who not only inherit the earth, but maintain it as well. Our cast included Ross Martin, Ann Petoniak, Robert Harris, Carol Teitel, and Robert Dryden. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
Every cop in this city is looking for you, top dog.
Dave, don't bait him.
It's okay, lady. I know it.
You really shooting with a Schofield?
She caught me going through her apartment.
To shoot an old woman in cold blood?
Well, she seen me, didn't she? No. Listen, baby, I'm a 3-time loser. Now, I got nothing to lose.
But that poor little thing...
Gosh, she could have pulled me out of the file. She seen me. And anybody sees me on a job gets it. Anybody catches me on a job gets it. Hey, that's where you get a break, man. Now, ain't you glad you're blind, huh? You couldn't give him a make on me. Hey, lady. Hey, lady, you blind like your husband?
No, I'm
Yes, we're both blind. So, you seen me too, lady.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Contact, the 12-hour cold capsule. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Helligdagene kommer og alle glade, så kjøper vi sardiner ifra Norge, alle dine venner.
That's a pretty thing, Nils. What is that?
The happy holidays are upon us, so get plenty of sardine from the cold clear waters of my native Norway to entertain.
Of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo Silver, the Lone Ranger. With his faithful Indian companion Tonto, the daring and resourceful masked rider of the plains led the fight for law and order in the early western United States. Nowhere in the pages of history can one find a greater champion of justice. Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. From out of the past come the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse Silver. The Lone Ranger rides again.
Come on, Silver! Let's go, big fellow! I am Silver!
The faint flush of early dawn colored the eastern horizon, and twinkling beams of light found their way through the fluttering leaves of the cottonwoods to move in restless pattern over the slumbering forms of the Lone Ranger, his Indian companion Tonto, and the Lone Ranger's 14-year-old nephew Dan Reed. It was only at long intervals that young Dan was permitted to travel with the masked man and the Indian, and boy-like, he slept contentedly and soundly under the open sky. Suddenly, the Lone Ranger awoke with a start, as distant, harsh sounds intermingled with the chirping of the birds.
Hello.
Me here, Kimasabi.
What's the matter?
Sounds like Indians attacking not far from here.
That's not good.
Here, Silver, Scout. We'll saddle up, Tonto. Maybe we can help. Steady, Silver. Dan, you stay here in camp until we come back.
Camp well hidden, Dan. You be safe here. Scout, easy.
Why can't I go, too?
We don't know what we're riding into, Dan. Steady, big fella. Now, don't leave camp until we return.
I won't.
We not be too long, Dan.
Let's go, Tonto. Come on, Silver.
Come on, Scout. May not hear anything now, Kimasabi.
I'm sure we're going in the right direction, Tonto.
Look, Kimasabi. Off trail to right.
Smoke. Come on, boy. Faster.
Get him up, Scout.
Within a few minutes, the Lone Ranger and Tonto reined up before a scene of complete devastation.
Oh, Silver. Oh, steady. The cabin's in smoldering ruins.
Look there, Kimasabi. Find the cabin.
The bodies of 2 men. Steady, Silver. Maybe one of them's still alive. Come on, Tonto. They didn't have a chance.
Them dead?
Both of them. Tonto, these Indian arrows.
Them Comanches who kill them.
This is serious, Tonto. The Comanches are starting a general uprising now. It means war.
Kimasabi.
Someone's near. Listen.
Him over there in bushes.
Might be a trick. Be ready with your gun. We'll investigate. Come on. Tonto, it's a little Indian boy. He's hurt.
You're not killed. You're not killed.
We won't hurt you, boy. Look, his arm is bleeding, Tonto. You'd better fix it.
Uma, Metima, Hui.
Mete, Lolatima, Little Bear.
Him name Little Bear. Me fix arm. It's not much hurt, Kimasabi.
Here, use this neckerchief. He spoke a few English words a moment ago, Tonto.
Me no word. Great Comanche Chief Red Eagle, father of Little Bear. And tell Little Bear words of white man.
Me not hurt much, Little Bear. There, now that better.
Little Bear is very young to travel with Comanche braves on warpath.
Comanche brave go to hunt. Little Bear follow on pony. White men in cabin see brave on trail. Try kill. Comanche brave make war cry. Kill white men.
So the men in the cabin provoked this raid, Tonto, by firing upon a hunting party. It may be the cause of a general uprising of the Comanches.
And what we do with Little Bear, Kimasabi?
His pony is gone. We'll take him to his village.
Oh, no. It's not good. Go near Comanche village now.
We'll go only close enough for Little Bear to join the tribe on foot. Come, Little Bear. We'll take you to your father's village. Oh, Silver. Easy, big fella. Little Bear can easily go to Red Eagle's village from here. I'll lift you down. There you are.
Little Bear, like white man with black cover on face. Like great white horse. Like Tonto.
We like you too, Little Bear. Someday you'll grow up to be a friend to all white men.
Other white men kill Comanche. Words on say, Comanche, go soon. Kill other white men. Little Bear, go now. Join Chief, my father. Ulate.
Ulate?
That incident at the cabin has really started something, Tonto.
Little Bear, right. Comanches beat war drums.
We'll have to do something.
What we do?
Now, you stay here, watch developments. I'll go back to our camp and send Dan with a message to Fort Lancaster. Now, find out all you can and come to the camp. We'll go warn the ranchers in the valley beyond Eagle Pass.
Me do it.
Good. I'll meet you in camp. Be careful and adios.
Adios, Kimasabi.
Come on, Silver. Oh, Silver. Oh, steady, big fella. Easy.
What happened?
Steady, big fella. Indians, Dan. Comanches. They burned down a cabin and killed 2 white men who had fired on their hunting party.
What? The men should have known better than to do that.
They probably saw the Comanches riding near and became panicky. Their foolish mistake may be the cause of a great deal more killing.
What do you mean?
Well, Dan, the Comanches are easily aroused. We were close to their village. They've already started beating the war drums. They'll wipe out every rancher and his family in the valley beyond Eagle Pass unless something can be done to stop them.
What can be done?
The only hope is to get the cavalry from Fort Lancaster, which is 20 miles up the Pecos River Trail. I hate to have you take the risk, Dan, but...
Golly, you mean you want me to go to the fort?
Yes, Dan. You think you can?
Oh, sure, I'll find the way all right. Victor will get me there in no time.
The trail follows the river all the way, so you can't miss it. Here, show the commandant of the fort the silver bullet. Tell him to bring all the troops he has to Eagle Pass.
Yes, sir. I'll get started right away.
Be careful, Dan, and hurry as fast as you can. The lives of all the ranchers may depend on your success.
Mounted on his horse, Victor, Dan left the Lone Ranger's camp and headed for the river trail. He felt a thrill of pride that the Lone Ranger had trusted him with such an important mission. No thought of danger entered his mind, and he was determined to make every minute count. He continually urged his racing horse to even greater speed.
Come on, Victor! Faster, boy! Faster!
The brave horse responded gallantly and carried his light burden swiftly along the trail toward Fort Lancaster. Suddenly, Dan's great desire for speed in the direction of the fort died within him as he saw a group of moving horsemen coming from a side trail ahead of him. He pulled Victor to a quick halt.
Oh, Victor! Oh, boy! Oh! Oh, golly, Indians. If they're Comanches, they see us, Victor. Turn around, quick! Get up, Victor! Come on, boy! Run, Victor, run! We've got to make it to camp, Victor! Run! Run!
It was some time later when Tonto returned to camp after having watched the activity in the village of the Comanches.
What
did you find out, Tonto?
It looked plenty bad for ranchers. Comanches put on war paint. Like many signal fire.
That means Red Eagle is out to start something on a large scale.
Comanche chiefs, plenty angry. Hold big council of war. Me get close. Here, Chief Red Eagle, give heap big talk.
White men say Comanche must not break treaty of peace. Comanche smoke peace pipe, not break treaty. White man kill Comanche brave who hunt. White man break treaty. Signal fires bring many more Comanche to village of Red Eagle. Soon many Comanche braves seek out ranchers in valley. Soon white ranchers not be in valley no more. Soon Comanche hunt in valley in peace. Hurrah! Hurrah! Comanches go to valley. Kill! Burn! Then white men not come back to valley. When many Comanche have gathered, then Comanche braves move against white men. Red Eagle has spoken. Hula Mato!
Watch longer. Many other Comanches come to Red Eagle's village.
The large band of braves. Red Eagle could very easily wipe out everyone in the valley, Tonto. Dan's gone to Fort Lancaster for troops.
Oh. Dan go to Fort alone?
Yes, I hated to send him. We'll be needed here.
Ranchers need plenty help against Comanche.
I know. Here, Silver. Easy. Steady, boy. We'll ride through Eagle Pass to the valley and warn the ranchers. I have a plan that may keep the Comanches back until the troops arrive from Fort Lancaster. If we can do that.
What's come? You sound like Victor.
Victor? But by now, Dan must be almost to the fort.
Look, Kimasabi. Victor come with empty saddle.
Steady, Silver. Oh, Victor. Oh, steady. Easy, Tonto. Oh, quiet, Victor. Tonto, look here.
What you find?
An arrow. A Comanche arrow. Stuck in the cantle of the saddle.
Comanche come at Dan from behind.
Yes. Steady, big fella. Easy, Silver. We'll follow the trail Dan took. Tonto, I don't know what to think.
It not look good, Kimasabi. But maybe Dan not get hurt.
I hope not. Come on, Silver. Get him up.
Here where Dan turned Victor, back on trail.
Dan had fallen off. We would have found him before this, Tonto.
We follow trail back, huh?
All right. Come on, boy.
Come, Scout. Come, fella. Come.
Keep a sharp lookout, Tonto. Both sides of the trail. He might have rolled off into the bushes. I shouldn't have sent him to the fort. We find him and he's... Well, if he was hurt...
Wait, Kimasabi.
Oh, Silver.
Oh, Scout. Oh, fella.
Steady.
Oh, fella. Oh. Here, horses stop.
Yes?
Victor's hoof prints go to... back a long trail. Other horses turn off the side. Maybe go to a village, a Red Eagle.
Tonto, you think they've taken Dan prisoner?
We go to the village, try to get Dan?
Tonto, Well, if we do that, we won't have time to warn the ranchers. Or to get the troops.
No, that's right. But Dan, him... Comanche not good to prisoners.
So I realize that.
And what we do, Kimasabi?
Tonto, if we don't warn the ranchers and get the troopers, there'll be a massacre in the valley. If we don't do what we can to save Dan now, it may be too late in a short time. This is the hardest decision I've ever had to make.
The curtain falls on the first act of our Lone Ranger story. Before the next exciting scenes, please permit us to pause for just a few moments. Now to continue our story. Tonto sat stoically watching and waiting as the Lone Ranger, torn between his affection for his young nephew, Dan Reed, and his duty to the ranchers, paused a moment before making his decision. Then the masked man spoke quietly.
Tonto, our duty is plain. I'll ride to warn the ranchers and help with the plans against the Indians. You go to Fort Lancaster for the troopers.
Me leave for fort now.
All right, and hurry, Tonto. Hurry.
Me hurry. Adios, Kimasabi.
Adios, Kimasabi.
Get him up, Scout.
Those devils touch one hair of your head, Dan, I'll...
Come on, Silver.
Having come to a decision, the masked rider of the plains exerted all his efforts toward accomplishing what he had decided to do. Racing against time, he rode his fleet-footed white stallion through Eagle Pass, a long, high-walled canyon forming the only entrance to the valley beyond. Once in the valley, the Lone Ranger went from ranch to ranch, giving to each the same message.
Oh, Silver, hold on. Steady, big fella. Now gather your men together and have them drive your cattle to the valley end of Eagle Pass. The Comanches are on the warpath. It's a matter of life and death. Come on, Silver!
Finally, the last and largest ranch was reached, and the Lone Ranger drew rein.
Oh, Silver! Hold out!
That's Stallion. And the big hombre.
Hey, he's masked.
Somebody get Bill Morris.
Here comes Bill now.
Hey, who in tarnation are you? What's the idea of riding into my ranch yard like you was being chased by the devil?
Who are you?
I'm Bill Morris, owner of this spread known as the Bar M. Now, wait, see here. I'm the one who asked for your name. You got me telling you mine.
Names don't matter right now, Morris. I came to warn you that the Comanches are uprising. And they plan to hit the ranches in this valley first.
Now, hold on, stranger. How do we know you speak the truth about them Comanches?
You don't know right now, but if you want to take a chance and wait for proof, go ahead.
Well, blamed if I ain't inclined to think you are telling the truth.
Believe it or not, that's up to you, Morris.
Now, look here, stranger. It's a right worrisome bit of news you brought. If those Comanches are coming here on the warpath, we ain't got much of a chance.
Now, listen to me, all of you. All the other ranchers in this valley are meeting at Eagle Pass, and they're driving what cattle they can round up to the same place.
What are the cattle for?
I've sent someone to Fort Lancaster for the troopers. We can hold off the Comanches long enough to let the troopers get there. You and your ranchers will be saved.
Yeah, that's right. But how?
The whole plan will be explained to everyone after you reach the pass. Now, don't delay, men. Start there at once, with every available man and steer. I'll be waiting there to tell you our plan. Hurry. Come on, boy. Come on, Silver.
Later, at the valley entrance to Eagle Pass, the Lone Ranger watched as more and more ranchers arrived, driving cattle before them. Eagle Pass was a narrow, canyon-like passage, about 1/8 of a mile long, running through a cliff-lined mountain range just east of the Pecos River. When the ranchers had gathered at the appointed place, the Lone Ranger rode to a vantage point to tell them his plan.
Men, you've all come here for one purpose: to hold back the Comanches until the troopers arrive. That way, save your families and your homes.
That's what we're here for, stranger.
Well, the time is short. Lookouts have been posted high on the side of the canyon walls to signal us when the Indians approach the entrance to the pass. Now, we're greatly outnumbered, so our one hope is to keep them from coming through until help arrives. That's why I asked for cattle.
Now, quiet, everybody. Listen to the masked man's plan.
Some of you will lose your cattle. But that's better than losing your homes or your lives. The plan is simple. When the Comanches are sighted, the lookout will fire 2 shots as a signal. When you hear that signal, drive the cattle into the pass. Then, when the Indians start into the pass from the other side, a single shot will be fired. That's your signal to start shooting into the air behind the cattle, so that they'll stampede through the pass toward the Comanches. The stampeding cattle will rout the Indians. They won't have a chance to band together again before the troopers get here. Now remember, don't start the stampede until the signal shot is fired.
All right, everybody, let's start moving the cattle toward the pass. If we don't hold those redskins off, we're all done for. So do just what the stranger said. Now let's get busy.
When everything was in readiness, the Lone Ranger, with Bill Morris, rode partway into Eagle Pass to a cleft in one of the side walls, big enough to shield their horses and themselves. From this point, they could watch the effect of their plan when it would be put into action.
Stranger, with those redskins not knowing we're ready for them, they're going to get a mighty big surprise when they meet up with those stampeding cattle.
That's the general idea, Bill.
Valley ranchers sure appreciate all you're doing. Guess we'll all do more appreciating when we realize what it would mean to lose one of our loved ones.
Yes, I know how much such a loss can mean to a person. The first signal. The Indians have been sighted.
I hope those ranchers do things right.
I hear them driving the cattle into the entrance to the pass now.
Good thing this big crack is here in the wall, or we'd be swept along when those cattle are stampeded.
Steady, Silver. The slight bend in the canyon prevents us from seeing the other end.
Yeah, but it keeps the Indians from seeing those cattle, too.
That's right. They've entered the pass. That's the second signal.
Boys have started the cattle.
They'll be stampeding in a minute. There they come. They're stampeding now.
Those savages think that ranchers are coming at them, so they're ready to fight. Jump on Jehoshaphat, look! 2 kids riding straight into those cattle.
Dan and Little Bear.
What's that?
They'll be crushed in the stampede. Come on, Silver!
Instinctively, the Lone Ranger urged the great-hearted Silver forward without stopping to reason why. The one thought in the mind of the masked man was that somehow Dan was alive, but now in danger of a worse death than he would have at the hands of the Comanches. Besides Dan, on a short-legged Indian pony, rode Little Bear. The Lone Ranger cried a warning to them.
Dan! Little Bear! Turn! Go back!
The boys heard. They wheeled and started back. Quickly, Silver's magnificent stride closed the gap between them and the Lone Ranger. Little Bear's pony stumbled and fell.
Keep going, Dan. To that hole in the wall to the left. Keep going. Easy, Silver. Steady, boy.
As the fast galloping Silver approached the small, still body of Little Bear, the Ranger leaned forward and to the side. Then, grasping the pommel of the saddle with one hand, he made a sudden downward movement.
I've got you!
Sweeping the form of Little Bear into his free arm and lifting the boy to the saddle.
Now run, Silver! Run!
With even more effort and speed, the big stallion leaped forward, heading toward the hole in the left wall where Dan had gone.
Just a little further, Silver. Just a little further. Whoa, boy, whoa. Steady now. Dan, you all right?
Yes, sir. Is Little Bear...
He'll be all right.
The troopers have come.
Yes. The ranchers are safe now. Come on, we'll go meet Tonto. Return Little Bear to his people.
Comanches not bother ranchers now, Captain Bradley.
Well, I don't know whether we take credit for that or not, Tonto.
I never saw anything like the way those Indians rushed out of that pass before that stampeding herd. I guess some of them are still going.
That's right, Lieutenant.
Ho now. Howdy, Captain. My name's Bill Morris. Own a spread over in the valley.
Glad to meet you, Mr. Morris.
I'm telling you, I just witnessed the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. A masked stranger who came to help us saved 2 boys from the stampede. In fact, he grabbed a little Indian boy almost from under the cattle's hooves.
You say 2 boys?
Yep. Other one was a white lad, riding a fine white horse.
Oh, then Ranger find Dan.
The boy you told us about?
Hey, look. There comes the masked man now.
Hi, Kimasabi. Hi, Dan.
Hi, hello, Captain.
Hello, Tonto. Golly, it's good to see you.
How you get here, Dan?
A band of Comanches took me prisoners. They kept me tied up in a wigwam. Little Bear came to visit me, and he was playing with a silver bullet.
Me see him take bullet from gun belt this morning, Kimasabi.
Yes, I know, Tonto.
I told him I had a silver bullet, too. He found it in my pocket, and I told him I was your friend. Little Bear untied me, and we sneaked away, went to our camp where I got Victor. Then we rode to warn you where that the Comanches were coming.
I'm glad you're back and safe, Dan.
Him friend of Little Bear. Man with black cover on face, friend of Little Bear. We tell Chief Red Eagle, my father, not hurt friend, not hurt white man.
That's a fine spirit to grow up with, Little Bear.
Yonder comes a small group of Comanches carrying a piece of white cloth.
Oh, Chief, my father come.
I'll put you down now, Little Bear.
How? Me, Chief Red Eagle.
How, Chief Red Eagle?
Me how te amano, no te amule.
Red Eagle, see how masked man who ride flying horse catch Little Bear. Save life. Never will Comanche attack white men in valley. Comanche smoke pipe of peace like Little Bear say. Red Eagle has spoken.
Captain, looks like you can take your troopers back to Fort Lancaster. That masked man sure seemed to have gotten everything under control by himself. Why, he's gone.
Would to heaven we had more like him in the West, Mr. Morris.
You talk like you know who he is.
I do. He's known as the Lone Ranger.
Little Bear always be friend to Lone Ranger.
The story you have just heard is a copyrighted feature of the Lone Ranger Incorporated.
NBC's great parade of new shows.
Ladies and gentlemen, the story you are about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
NBC brings you Dragnet. You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to auto theft detail. In 3 months, more than 250 cars have been broken into. Property amounting well into thousands of dollars has been stolen. 2 youthful members of the gang have been apprehended. The all-important brains of the criminal ring, the leaders, are still at large. Your job, get them.
Dragnet, the documented drama of an actual crime, investigated and solved by the men who unrelentingly stand watch on the security of your home, your family, and your life. For the next 30 minutes, in cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case from official police files. From beginning to end, from crime to punishment, Dragnet is the story of your police force in action.
It was Monday, March 2nd. It was cold in Los Angeles. We were working the night shift out of auto theft. My partner's Ben Romero. The boss is Ed Backstrand, chief of detectives. My name's Friday. I was on the way back from the interrogation room, and it was 10:58 p.m. when I got to room 26, chief of detectives' office.
Real tough kids, aren't they?
Yeah, they won't admit a thing.
Now, sit down.
Thanks.
When'd you pick him up?
About 8:30 tonight in the parking lot behind the Star Theater out on Sunset. He was lifting the radio out of a 48 convertible. He's had lots of experience.
The report says you picked up a 19-year-old girl with him.
She was waiting for the guy in a parked car across the street from the theater. The car was full of loot.
The first real break we've had on those auto burglaries in 3 months, and it's no good to us.
Well, neither one of them will talk. They won't even admit they know each other.
You run makes on them?
Just did. We've been questioning the boy for an hour, getting nowhere.
What's his name again?
Freeman, Stanley Freeman.
Oh, yeah. Age 20. Address? Butte, Montana. Down here for a vacation.
He doesn't lie very well, Ed. He's never been to Butte, Montana in his life. Knows less about the town than I do.
Well, get to him.
Right, Ed.
Where'd you put the girl?
We had a policewoman take her to our office. We can talk to her when we finish with the boy.
Well, what's her story?
Hasn't any. She won't even open her mouth.
19 years old, probably needs a good spanking. Now get him to talk.
Right.
Did you run a make, Joe?
Yeah, he's clean.
Get wise, huh, Flatfoot?
Look, you're in a bad spot, son. That kind of talk isn't going to help.
Says you.
We caught you red-handed trying to steal a radio that didn't belong to you from a car it didn't belong to you. Is that right?
That's enough to send you to San Quentin, boy. You better give us the story.
Shut up.
We got all the evidence we need for him.
Maybe you don't realize how serious this is. We've had more than 250 car burglaries in this city in the past 3 months. Over $200,000 worth of property's been stolen. That's a lot of money.
So what?
So you're the number one suspect, young fella. Your method of operation in breaking into that car tonight is the same used in most of the other burglaries. That means you're not going to be tried just for this job tonight.
What are you getting at, Flatfoot?
Listen, son. In the state of California, breaking into a locked car is a felony. You can go to state penitentiary for that. And we're going to file a complaint of burglary with the district attorney in the morning.
You say you're from Butte, Montana. All right, I don't believe you, but we'll make sure. Ben, go down to our office and call the news photographers. Stanley here is going to have his picture on the front page of every newspaper in Los Angeles tomorrow.
Right, Joe?
No. You can't. I won't let you. I got my rights.
What's the matter, youngster? Everybody wants his picture in the paper.
Yeah, well, I don't. I won't let him.
We got your picture already for him, remember? They took it when they fingerprinted you.
You can't use it. You can't. I'll get a lawyer.
Reporters will be over in a couple of minutes. We have to give them your story and your picture, too. This one.
You won't. You won't. Give it to me.
All right.
Give it to me.
All right, Freeman, get your hands off him. Now, sit down.
All right. Now let's have it straight.
Don't let him use the picture. Don't let him. You can't. You can't.
We gotta have the truth, son. Now, look, you're 20 years old. You know right from wrong. You'll have to take your medicine. If you cooperate, we'll do all we can to help.
I live out in the Wilshire district. All I wanted was a little extra money. We didn't take much. We didn't think it was so wrong.
We're stealing, Freeman. You know that's wrong. Where do you live out there?
Piper Avenue. 821 Piper. You won't give him my picture.
You live there with your family?
Yeah, my mother. Father's dead. Promise me you won't give him the picture. My mother, she'd see it. Promise me.
You're working with a gang on those auto burglaries. We know that. Now, who are they? Where are they? And what's the setup?
Can't they get me for it?
Who'd get you?
I can't tell you. I can't.
Who's your girlfriend, Stanley? The one you were with tonight?
Joanne. Joanne Miller.
Where does she live?
Piper Avenue, same as me. Lives on the same block, 866.
Is that her home? She live there with her folks?
Yeah. Mother and father. They work.
And you got her into this. Isn't that the story she gave us, Ben?
I did not. I didn't. It was her. She said a bunch of kids were doing it. It was quick money, something to do at night. She started it.
All right, Romero. I'll go see the girl. You stay here with Freeman.
All right, Joe. Just stay put in that chair for him.
Hi, Marge.
Hello, Joe. You and Romero handling this case?
Yeah. I'd like to talk to the girl a few minutes, Marge. Will you stand by?
Right, I'll sit over here.
Thanks. All right, miss. What's your name, age, and address?
I told this lady cop 15 minutes ago I'm not saying anything.
All right, then we'll tell you. Your name's Joanne Miller. You live at 866 Piper Avenue. You live with your father and mother. Both of them work.
You're a liar. That's not me.
You're 19 years old. You live on the same block as your boyfriend, Stanley Freeman, and you're the one who got him mixed up in this gang. Isn't that right?
No, it's not right. It's not. I didn't do anything.
Well, that's only half the story. Freeman told us everything. You want to hear the rest?
No. Stan wouldn't tell you. He wouldn't.
He told us how you got him mixed up in it. Quick money. That's what you told him, didn't you?
No, it was him. I can prove it. The rest of the kids will tell you. He got me in this. Ask them, they'll tell you. It was Stanley and Fred Milford and George Jansen. They started it, all three of them.
All right. Will you tell the story to a police stenographer?
I'll tell him everything. He's not blaming this on me.
Marge, will you go get the stenographer?
Right.
Now, how many persons in this gang of yours?
Oh, about 10 or 12. And it's not my gang either. He got me into this, and now he's trying to lie his way out, blaming me.
How long you been doing this, burglarizing cars?
Me? Oh, only about 2 weeks. It was supposed to be fun, something to do at night. The rest of them been at it a couple of months.
Who's the head of the gang?
I told you, it's him, Stanley, and Fred Milford and Jansen, all three. I only started going out with them 2 weeks ago, maybe less.
All right, Joanne. Tell it to the stenographer the same way.
Stenographer will be in a minute, Joe.
Okay, Marge, thanks. Stay with it.
Right, Joe.
Just about a closed case, Ben. Girl gave us a full confession.
She didn't. Oh, you're not tricking me again. She didn't.
She told us you're one of the leaders of the gang, Stanley. Said you got her into all this. The other two are George Jansen and Fred Milford. About a dozen kids in the gang, all of them about your age. Isn't that right?
She's lying, can't you tell? She's lying. She got me into the gang. Well, she did. She's Milford's girlfriend. Ask her. Oh, she can't lie out of that one. She got me into it. I can prove it.
Who's the real leader of the gang?
Milford. He started it. He organized the whole thing. He collects the stuff we get, and he delivers it. Jansen helps him do it.
What do you mean he delivers the stuff? Where does he deliver it?
Well, somewhere in Dogtown, I think. Down around South Main, near the railroad yards.
Who's it delivered to?
Well, I don't know exactly. I heard Jansen mention the name once. Myra, he said. It's supposed to be a big secret. Myra, that's all I remember.
Where does Jansen and Milford live?
Well, Jansen rooms down on East Flower. 1042, I think. It's a rooming house. And Milford lives 2 blocks over from me on Quincy. 234 Quincy. He lives with his grandmother.
You got that, Ben?
Right.
All right, let's pick up Milford and Jansen. It was 10 minutes past 1 when Ben and I returned to headquarters with George Jansen and Fred Milford in our custody. In Jansen's room at 1042 East Flower Street, we found 2 fur coats, a box full of new car accessories, an S&W .38 revolver, and a .45 automatic. When we picked up Fred Milford at his home, we discovered 5 deluxe car radios hidden in the garage, plus a valuable assortment of cameras, cigarette lighters, and clothing. Both Jansen and Milford refused to talk, but when we got them to headquarters and showed them the signed statements of Stanley Freeman and the girl, Joanne Miller, they broke.
Milford, where else did you and your gang operate besides the Wilshire district?
No place, only out there, that's all.
Same type of car burglaries have been committed all over the city. You telling us your gang didn't have a hand in them?
It's the truth. Our territory was Wilshire district. We didn't go outside.
You mean some other gang's responsible?
I don't know. All I know is we didn't have any part of them.
Is there another gang, Milford?
Maybe, I don't know. You find out. It's none of my business.
It is your business, Milford. You admit you and your gang committed 55 jobs in the past 3.5 months. That leaves about 200 jobs to be accounted for.
That's right. You figure it out.
We have figured it out. I think you and your gang of young thieves pulled every one of those 250 jobs. There isn't any other gang. That's the story the district attorney's going to get.
You're crazy. There is. I know there is.
Then give us the information and save yourself a lot of trouble.
Well, we're not the only ones. That's all I know.
Milford, do you know how many years you get for auto burglary?
I told you, we're not the only ones. There must be a couple of others besides us. Vince Mahoney, he's got a gang.
Where does Mahoney operate?
West Hollywood and Beverly.
Where's he live?
I don't know. Honest, I only met him a couple of times.
Where'd you meet him?
I don't remember.
Where'd you meet him, Milford?
Delivery. I met him down at the delivery place a couple of nights.
When you delivered the property you stole from cars, is that right?
Yeah.
Where was that?
Down by the railroad yards.
Where?
Chavez Street. It's a little alley off East Main.
Who'd you deliver the stuff to?
I told you, her name's Myra. That's all I know. We meet her and some guy on Tuesday nights. We give them the stuff and they pay us off. Mahoney delivers the same night I do.
Do you meet her every Tuesday night?
Yeah.
You're going to meet her this Tuesday, tomorrow night?
I don't know. I guess so.
Same place?
Yeah.
Are you the only one she deals with?
Sometimes Joanne. Near Joanne. I know what you're thinking. You want to use me to trap Myra. What's it worth?
You know better than that.
How about it, Milford?
Oh, what else can I do? Give me another cigarette.
By 3:30 that morning, the signed statements and confessions were piling up fast. Milford gave us a list of the names and addresses of each member in his gang, and within an hour, they were all under questioning at headquarters. Most of the suspects, about 1/3 of them girls, ranged in age from 18 to 21. As they told their individual stories, the scope of the case grew until it covered most of the city. By late afternoon of the next day, Tuesday, March 3rd, 3 more gangs operating in Venice, Bel Air, and North Hollywood had been apprehended. They confessed to more than 175 burglaries from locked cars during the past 3.5 months. At 5 o'clock that afternoon, Ben and I met with Chief Backstrand in his office.
How many admissions you have now?
Over 50, Ed. Here are the gang leaders' statements.
What's their story?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. They all say this woman, Myra, set up the operation.
You mean she got the kids and put them to work burglarizing cars?
Well, not exactly. She picked the leaders, contacted them in bars or on the street, asked them if they wanted to pick up some spare money getting auto parts for it.
Then she didn't tell them to go out and burglarize cars?
Well, not in so many words, Ed, no. After they brought in auto parts for a couple of weeks, she told them to bring her everything they could find, outside the car or inside. Those are the words she used.
Perhaps the kids dictated those words into their signed confession.
Oh, that should hold in court. What else did you get on this woman?
Oh, she taught them how to work, told them to wear gloves, all angles.
Well, we got most of the small fry. Now, where do we find this Myra woman? Any description on her?
Yeah. Kids say she's about 33, 34. Good-looking redhead.
5'5", about 120. Well dressed.
No description on the guy she runs with.
You run a make on her yet?
Yeah, no previous record. We've set up a stakeout for her tonight. 2 of the gang leaders have volunteered to go along. This Milford and Vince Mahoney.
Good. Down on Chavez, where she usually meets them?
Yeah, that's right.
When?
11:15. That's the regular time for the meet, according to the kid.
All right, I'll be at home. Call me. I don't want to miss out on this one.
When Ben and I left Ed Backstrand's office, we went home for dinner and a few hours' sleep. At 9:30 p.m., we were back at the office. We met the men in the special detail which Backstrand had assigned for the stakeout that night. We briefed them on their duties, and then we got Fred Milford and Vince Mahoney out of their cells. To avoid any possible suspicion of the presence of a trap, we had Milford's permission to use his car in the stakeout. The car, which he had said he had driven to the delivery meetings with the woman Myra at least a dozen times before. We arrived at the stakeout area, Chavez Alley in East Main, at 9:58. The meeting was scheduled for 11:15. The moon was out, but the sky was overcast, and there was a cold wind blowing from the east.
Hey, what time you got, Sergeant?
About 10. Why, Milk? Getting nervous?
No, just wondering.
How are you cops going to rig this thing?
In just a couple of minutes, we're going to plant you two in Milford's car, parked up there in the alley. Now, you stay there until Myra shows up. We'll do the rest.
Yeah, I know, but what'll we say? Suppose she asks for some stuff. We ain't got any.
You won't need any. You won't have much time for talking.
Suppose she wises up. Maybe she'll pull a gun.
Maybe. Does she carry one?
No, never saw her with one.
Don't worry, Milford. We'll make sure you're not in danger.
She's got an awful temper, that redhead. Got mad at me once when I squawked at the price she was paying us for radios.
What was she paying you, Mahoney?
For an 8-tube radio, good shape, $7.
She got all the gravy and you got all the grief.
You're not kidding.
Joe, are you?
Yeah, Steve. What do you got?
Well, the men are all staked out, Joe. Got the area covered from every angle.
All right. You got an extra man to stay in Milford's car?
I'll handle that myself.
Fine, thanks.
Okay.
All set, Joe?
Yeah. Now, Milford and Mahoney, we're going to put you two in your car now. There's going to be an officer with you, so there's no need to be nervous or afraid. You just sit in the car and act natural. When this Myra drives up, don't leave the car. Have her come to you. You got it?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, Joe, let's go.
Sure is cold out. I don't even have a heater in my car.
You stole enough of them.
Okay, Steve, here they are.
All right, boys. Milford, get in first behind the wheel.
Okay.
Mahoney in the middle. I'll sit in the back.
We'll be parked in that garage across the street, Steve. Got a perfect view of the alley.
Okay, Ben. Check with you later.
All right. Mean night, Joe.
Yeah, come on. It's cold here in the garage, isn't it?
Yeah. It might be a long wait. What time you got?
6 minutes past 10.
Thank you. Hey, Joe.
What is it?
It's nothing. Thought that passing car was turning in the alley.
Relax. It's early.
Lonely place. It's dark. Gets on your nerves.
That's it, Ben. 11:30. Nothing yet.
Somebody might have tipped her off.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Well, let's wait it out anyway.
Joe, that blue coupe.
Yeah, just turned in the alley. Let's go. Come on, run, Ben.
Behind you.
All right. Wait, you fella. Got you fighting.
What'd you get, Steve?
Yeah, here he is. Just drove up in the coupe. Got out and called Milford Mahoney by the first names. He's in on it.
What about the girl?
No sign. Kid was the only one in the car.
All right. Tell them in the stakeout's off for tonight. Have them report back in. We'll take the kid with us.
Okay.
All right, young fellow, this way.
What do you cops think you're doing? I ain't done nothing.
Look, sport, we heard that from 54 different kids yesterday. We're tired of that line. Come on.
When we got back to the office, we took the boy to the interrogation room and questioned him. He gave his name as Matthew Leiter, age 21. He wouldn't break until Vince Mahoney definitely identified him as a member of his car burglary gang and a special favorite of the red-headed woman they called Myra. Then Leiter copped out and told Ben and I that he had talked with Myra as late as 10 o'clock tonight. He told us that she had heard that the police had picked up some of the gang members, and she asked Leiter to drive down to the Chavez Alley meeting place. He was supposed to tell Milford and Mahoney that the weekly delivery date was off until further notice. We questioned Matthew Leiter for an hour and a half.
You told us a little while ago that you talked with this woman, Myra, late tonight.
Yeah.
Where'd you talk to her? At her home?
Her home? Don't be stupid. Nobody knows where she lives. I met her at a bar.
Which bar?
Julius. Out on Santa Monica.
How did she contact you?
Called me at home. She's not such a bad thing. She treats you right.
Sure, that's why you're in jail. Did you ever call her on the phone?
I don't know her number. None of the kids do. She's smart. She taught me all I know about the racket. You'll have a rough time getting her.
Maybe, but we'll get her. Ben and I left the office at 2 a.m. and went home to bed. We reported in at 8 that morning to Ed Backstrand. The three of us went down the street to Koken's restaurant for a cup of coffee. Nobody was in a good mood. We had most or all the small fry in the citywide burglary ring, but it seemed we were still a long way from cracking the inner circle.
The latter kid said that none of them knows where she lives, what her phone number is, nothing. Pass the sugar, Ed.
I think we still have a few angles to study on that score. Right now, I've got some more bad news for you.
What's that?
You been through your mail this morning?
No, not yet. We haven't had a chance.
I saw the overnight reports. There were 32 car burglaries last night. 32. All the way from Wilmington to North Hollywood. Now, you figure it.
I can't. This girl Myra must have an army of kids working for her.
How much did they get, Ed? Any idea?
Rough estimate, about $3,000. Usual stuff people are foolish enough to leave in their cars. Watches, cameras, furs, expensive clothes.
M.O.'s the same?
And like the others. If the car happens to have a rigid handle lock, they slip a piece of pipe over the handle for a lever and break it. If that doesn't work, they pry open the wing window. Some of the windows were smashed out.
Sounds like you're in an awful hurry, Joe.
Yeah, maybe this Myra wants a few big nights before she peddles the stuff and gets out.
If we're going to get her, we can't waste time.
Any suspects picked up last night, Skipper?
None.
Well, where did they hit most of the cars?
Outside the Pan Pacific. The parking lot. Hockey game going on. Must have been 4,000 cars for them to pick over. They picked the best.
As usual.
Well, you better get on it. There's one way to handle it.
What's that?
She works fast. You work a little faster.
We got back to the office and we went over the reports one by one. Then we called the young gang members to the interrogation room and questioned them separately and re-questioned them. We got nowhere. Many of them had met Myra on the street, in a bar, but not one of them had any idea where she lived. At least that's what they told us. Ben had a hunch that Matthew Leiter knew more than he was telling. We had him brought to the interrogation room, and all that afternoon until 10 o'clock that night, with interruptions for his meal periods, we talked with Leiter. He would admit nothing more than what he'd already told us.
Yeah, it's got me beat, Joe.
Yeah. Well, let's check with Ed.
Good morning, Joe. Ben?
Hello, Mike. Skipper in?
Just went down the hall for a minute. Be right back. Hold it a minute, will you?
Yeah.
Chief of Detectives always handy. Yeah. For you, Joe.
Oh, thanks. Hello? Yeah. He does? We'll be right over. That was Sergeant Hopkins over at the jail.
Yeah?
Matthew Leiter's got something to tell us. Says it's important.
Have a chair here, Leiter.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. You wanted to see us.
I'm getting even with that dame Myra. I'm squaring with you.
Yeah?
She told me if I was picked up, she'd have me out in a couple of hours. She promised me a lawyer if anything happened. Said she'd get me bail.
All right. Where can we find her?
I don't know if she's there now, but you can find out at Francisco Motors. Big used car lot. Garage, too. It's out on Melrose past La Cienega.
What's the tie-up?
That's where she fenced most of the stuff we stole. Some old guy she buddies with runs the place. Big shop in the back. Store a lot of hot stuff there.
Barney.
Yes, I...
We're through with him. Take him back. We checked with Chief Backstrand, and then we drove out to the Francisco Motor Company. We located it on the corner of Melrose and Geneva Avenue. It was a big layout. It consisted of a large used car lot sign bannering the slogan, Deluxe Auto Accessories, lowest prices in town. Along the back end of the lot, there was a large L-shaped garage. We found the man in charge, and he gave his name as Paul Hackett, the owner of the car lot. In the garage, we found the entrance to a large back storeroom. It was loaded with thousands of dollars worth of auto radios, spotlights, cratefuls of assorted car accessories. Special closets built into the walls of the garage contain racks of fur coats, suits, dresses. Below that, smaller boxes containing watches and cameras, all wrapped in tissue paper.
You can save all of us a lot of time and trouble by talking to us now, Mr. Hackett. Where is Myra?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Can you explain what we just found in your garage?
I didn't know it was there. I didn't know it was stolen.
Well, which is it, Mr. Hackett? Make up your mind.
I bought it, but I didn't know it was stolen. You can't prove I did know.
I think we can prove it, Mr. Hackett. Some of those stolen car radios stored back there, the serial numbers are filed off, and this workbench here is full of filings.
I didn't know.
You'll have to do better than that. How does Myra figure in?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's all right with us, Hackett. We found the stuff and we got you. If we don't find Myra, you'll be doing time for 2 people. Stand still.
You can't. You can't do this to me. I don't know anything about it.
Come on, Hackett. We're taking you in. All right, get in the car. Come on, in the car.
Am I going to jail?
You're going to jail.
All right. I'll take you to Myra.
Hackett told us that Myra lived at 1345 Munich Drive in Beverly Hills. He said that he was Myra's husband. He told us that he'd been in a legitimate garage business for 10 years before he married Myra. She talked him into the racket. He identified 1345 Munich Drive as their home. When we got there, we found stores of stolen property similar to those found in the garage. Myra was not there. Hackett had no idea where she might be. We sat down in the living room and waited. One hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. After 5 hours of waiting, the monotony started to wear on everybody's nerves, especially Hackett's.
And the whole thing, it was her idea. I should have known, all hers. She did this to me. I won't take it alone. Where is she?
You tell us, Hackett.
Told you, I don't know. She couldn't have gone. She didn't know. I'm not going to take
all right,
this
quiet
alone.
down, quiet down.
That you, Paul? Thought I heard you talking to some. Who's he?
The police, Myra. The police. Your smart kids told them the whole story.
What are you talking about, my smart kids? What are these cops doing in the
that's
living...
enough.
Get your dirty hands off me. Get away.
Kid's right, Joe. She got a
Get away.
temper.
Who do you think you're...
There, that ought to hold you for a while. All right, come on, you two. Let's go.
All right, copper. You win. Stupid husbands. How many times did I tell you? Don't trust those kids. Don't store the stuff in the garage. Don't open it for anybody. Get a lawyer. No, you knew better. Dumb jerk. The idea of having those cops camping in the living room waiting for me. Why didn't you warn me? I'm going to divorce you. That's what I'm going to do. I'll stick you for plenty. Jerk.
All right, inside, you two.
You got a smoke, Ben?
Yeah. Here.
Thanks. I was just thinking.
What?
Those kids were right. She's a pretty nice-looking woman.
Yeah. Nice face. Beautiful figure.
Mm-hmm. Sure talks a lot, though, doesn't she?
Yeah. Hey, Joe, remind me to take home some flowers to my wife tonight, will you?
The story you have just heard is true. Only the names were changed to protect the innocent.
Paul and Myra Hackett were tried and convicted on 7 separate counts of receiving stolen property. They are now serving out their sentences in the state penitentiary. Realizing that most of the young persons involved in the case were influenced by the strong personality of Paul and Myra Hackett, a separate investigation was made into the backgrounds and home life of the young offenders. In most cases, they were found to be basically good, and they were placed on probation and returned to their homes. You have just heard the 13th in a new series of authentic cases from official files. Technical advice for Dragnet comes from the office of W.A. Wharton, Acting Chief of Police, Los Angeles Police Department.
Tonight's program is dedicated to Detective Harry William Vosper of the Seattle, Washington Police Department, who on the night of July 21st, 1949, gave his life so that yours might be more secure.
Dragnet came to you from Los Angeles. And now, an important announcement. Starting this Saturday, September 3rd, Dragnet will be heard at a new time over your NBC station. Consult your local newspaper for the new listening time. And now, speaking in behalf of the producers and the entire cast of Dragnet, we would like to take this opportunity to thank you for your many kind letters of encouragement and approval. Remember, next Saturday for Dragnet, this is NBC, the national broadcasting company.
The Abbott and Costello program brought to you by Camel, the cigarette that's first in the service. Camel stay fresh, cool smoking, and slow burning because they're packed to go around the world. Listen to the music of Freddie Rich and his orchestra, the songs of Connie Haynes, the stars of the Monday night Blondie program, Penny Singleton and Arthur Lake. Tonight's guests of Bud Abbott and Lou Costello.
Oh, there you are, Costello. Well, why are you late this time? Where have you been?
Boy, Abbott.
What happened?
I just got back from the Naval Base of San Diego, and I got a message of great importance for all the sailors, from all the sailors to every woman and girl in this audience.
Well, what is it? No. Shut up, Costello. What were you doing down at the Naval Base?
Oh, what was I doing down there? I was helping them launch a submarine, and they gave me the most important job on the boat.
Really? What was it?
Well, when the sailors got the submarine ready to dive, I ran forward and held its nose.
Then what happened?
Then what happened? Down we went, Abbott, 60 feet in the water. When we got down to the bottom, I hopped off and took a walk.
You took a walk in 60 foot of water?
And why not? I had my rubbers on.
Oh, you know, after all, we have to give those sailors... No, really, we have to give those sailors credit. They're wonderful.
Oh, I like sailors too, Abbott. But I'm really in love with a Marine.
You're in love with a Marine?
Yeah, Marine O'Hara.
Look, talk sense, Costello. Between you and me, love is silly.
Between you and me, love would be ridiculous. You don't even appeal to me.
All right, never mind all of this. Listen, we've got important work to do. The government has started a national waste paper drive. And as mayor of Sherman Oaks, I mean to collect every scrap of paper in this town.
Good. I gave all my paper, Abbott. I even ripped the paper off walls. Then I repapered the walls with the rolls of music from the player piano.
You covered the walls with the player piano rolls?
That's what I did.
That's fine.
Good. Fine? Fine nothing. Now, every time I sneeze, the walls play Mersey Dotes.
Listen, will you get down to business, please? This campaign is important. I want you to do your part by going from door to door. Now, can you do it?
Oh, that used to be my racket. One time I went from door to door selling mosquitoes.
No, that's idiotic. Who'd buy mosquitoes?
Nobody.
Then why did you sell them?
No competition.
Oh, here's Ken Niles.
Well, hello, fellows. How's the waste paper drive coming along, Mayor Abbott?
Just fine, Ken. Costello just promised to go all over town collecting scraps of paper from houses, scraps of paper from offices, scraps of paper from vacant lots.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better man. He's scrap happy anyway. You see
Funny fellow.
You see what a sense of humor I have, Costello? 1, 2, 3, and I jump all over you.
4, 5, 6, and you get right off.
Now, let's not start an argument. Say, Ken, what did your wife say when I appointed her head of the paper drive committee?
Oh, she was very happy, Bud. She says people will think she's the most fortunate girl.
She'll be fortunate if people think she's a girl.
Oh, I heard that remark, you overstuffed lowboy.
I said it for you to hear, skinny dinny. And just a minute, Mrs. Niles, I ain't fat.
Oh, no. You look like 2/3 of we the people.
Costello, you should treat Mrs. Niles with respect. She has character. Look how high she carries her head.
She's had her face lifted so many times, it's a wonder she can stay on the ground.
Oh, Costello, I never had my face lifted. Of course, I have used facelift lotion.
Oh, you have used facelift lotion?
Yes.
Well, I once used that same lotion on a horse.
Did it lift the horse's face?
I don't know. We can't get him down off the chandelier.
Come in.
Bonds and bombs will beat the Axis, so be sure to pay your income taxes. Save your old tin cans, your iron and lead, and give it all your waste paper to Dagwood Bumstead. Ha!
Costello, it's Dagwood. Where's Blondie, Dagwood?
Oh, she's out in the car. Wait a minute, I'll call her. Blondie!
Oh, I'm coming, Dagwood. Oh, hello, Mr. Costello.
Oh,
Mayor
hello.
Abbott. Dagwood and I are helping Mrs. Niles with the waste paper drive.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the first thing you ought to throw in this, fixed it up this afternoon at rehearsal, too, didn't I? The same line, huh? Well, here we go again. Well, the first thing you ought to throw in is the paper that poem was written on. I got it! Hey, Dagwood, did you make up that poem yourself, or did some other jerk help you?
Oh, no, I made it up myself. You had nothing to do with it.
Just a minute, Deadwood.
Deadwood?
Driftwood?
No. My name's Dagwood.
Have you been inspected for termites?
Oh, now, Mr. Costello, don't you and Dagwood have a fight when there are so many important things to be done?
Yeah, and we want every bit of waste paper you've got in this house. Yeah, some men I know are even giving up their college diplomas. Have you got a college diploma? Huh?
No.
Have you got a high school diploma, hey?
Nay.
Then have you got a grammar school diploma?
No, but you're getting warm.
Oh, never mind the diplomas, Dagwood. Have you got the waste paper ready, Mayor Abbott?
Yes, Blondie, it's all collected.
Okay.
Costello, carry that old burlap sack out to the truck.
Okay. You know, you always fool me, Mrs. Niles. I mean, the way you fold yourself over.
Thanks for your help, everybody. Now, Dagwood, you gather up those loose papers and hurry. We've got lots of stops to make.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing a wonderful job, Blondie.
Thank you.
And you keep up the good work, Dagwood.
Oh, don't worry, Mayor Abbott. Dagwood will work his head to the bone for you.
Yeah.
Well, come on, Dagwood, hurry up.
Yeah, well, I gotta get going. Now, hold the door open for me, Blondie.
All right. Stand back, Mr. Costello. He moves very fast.
Come on.
Costello, come here. Costello, aren't they nice people? No. All kidding aside, aren't they nice people? Costello, why don't you answer me?
Wait till I stop spinning!
Well, come on, Costello. We've got to get down to the studio for our broadcast. By the way, where's our script for tonight?
I got it right here. And, hey, Abbott. Abbott!
What's the matter?
The script is gone.
Why, it was right here a minute ago. Hey, do you suppose they took it with the waste paper?
That's it, Abbott. They took it. We got to catch that Dagwood bedspread or whatever the guy's name is. Out of my way, Abbott! I move very fast. Here I come.
Costello, you're supposed to open the door.
Now he tells me.
West of the Ivory Coast and the Gold Coast is the independent African nation of Liberia, now host to United States Army and Navy men. To Americans stationed in Liberia, to United States bases and outposts throughout the world, go Camel cigarettes. By the million, by the ton. For Camels are first with men in all the services, according to actual sales records. Whether Camel cigarettes go to West Africa or to you, they stay fresh, cool smoking, and slow burning, because Camels are packed to go around the world. Yes, you can be sure Camel cigarettes are fresh. Sure, too, that they have more flavor, the result of expert blending of costlier tobaccos. Freshness and more flavor are two reasons why more people want Camels today, both at home and overseas. If your store is sold out, remember, Camel cigarettes are worth asking for again.
C-A-M-E-L-S.
Camel cigarettes. Camel's standard of costlier tobaccos is the same for soldier, for civilian, anywhere in the world. And now, back to Abbott and Costello, who are still searching for their missing radio script.
Come on, Costello. We've got to find our radio script.
Abbott, are you sure this is Dagwood's home?
Certainly. And are they classy? Look, they've got their names painted in gold on the mailbox.
That's nothing. You should see my house. I got the Costello coat of arms painted on the front door.
What's the Costello coat of arms?
2 sheriffs jumping up and down on the second mortgage.
Oh, go ahead. Knock on the door. Oh, it's Blondie's little boy, Alexander. Hello, Alexander.
Oh, how do you do, gentlemen? Come right in. Pull up a chair and sit down.
Thank you, Alexander. We're Abbott and Costello.
Oh, well, in that case, I'd better open the window.
Oh, you're a cute kid, ain't you, kid? I must invite you over to the house to play with some of my old... It has to come out one way or another. Must come over and play with my old razor blade.
No, Costello, that's not nice. Look, Alexander, we're looking for your mother and father. They've got our radio script. Do you know where they are?
I ain't saying yes, and I ain't saying no.
Well, what are you saying?
I ain't saying.
He ain't saying. How old are you, Alexander?
9.
You're going to reach 10 the hard way.
Say, Costello, look out the window. There's Dagwood and Blondie going into that house across the street. Come on, we've got to get that radio script.
Yes, step aside, Alexander. I move pretty fast.
Out of the way, Alexander. He's coming through.
I don't know how that Dagwood does it. He gets through every time.
Hurry up, Costello. We've got to get across the street while our lights work.
Okay.
Abbott!
Wait for me! Hey, you, fat boy! Get back there in the curb! But, officer, look! Don't butt me! What do you think the traffic lights are for? Well, the red light is the signal for the pedestrians to cross the street. Oh, the red light is it? Then tell me, what's the green light for? That's the signal for the automobiles to cross the pedestrians.
Oh, a wise guy. Well, don't try to cross the street again until you get the green light and I blow me whistle twice. Or I'll give you a ticket for jaywalking.
Costello, will you please hurry over here?
Now go ahead.
Oh, so there you are, young man.
Look, lady, don't stop me now. I got the green light. You don't even know me.
Oh, yes, I do. Why, you're Mr. Squawky from Milwaukee.
Lady, look, I got to get my radio script across the street.
Oh, of course, Mr. Squawky had a mustache and was bald-headed, but honestly, you could pass for brothers, and you dressed exactly alike, only he was a streetcar conductor.
Look,
I
lady.
was the wrong streetcar conductor.
Lady, you're off your trolley. Now, will you let me get across the street?
Hey, you! So you're crossing against the red light again.
Again? I'd like to get over once.
Costello, will you hurry up over here? All right, now go ahead.
Pardon me, young man, but I'm from the recruiting office. How would you like to join the Navy? How would I like to join the Navy? Yes. I'd like to join Abbott. Ah, but the Navy's a great place for you. Think of it, you can cross the ocean. Cross the ocean? I can't even get across the street. Look, I'll see you later. Hey, Abbott, I'm coming.
Aha! So it's you again.
Aha! So it's you again.
Oh, it's you again.
It's you again.
This is the third time you've crossed the street against the red light. Now come with me. I'm taking you to the police station.
Where's the police station?
Across the street.
Good. I finally made it.
Now, listen, officer. We're Abbott and Costello. Our radio script is lost, and we only have a few minutes to get on the air.
Oh, so you're Abbott and Costello, eh? I never miss your program.
You don't?
No, I don't hear it, so I don't miss it. Now get along with you. Go peddle your corn.
Yeah, but I'm going to take a sock at
Now,
that.
quiet. Look, there's Blondie and Dagwood coming out of that building.
Oh, Blondie!
Thief? Imposter?
What's the trouble, Mayor Abbott?
Well,
What's
Blondie,
wrong?
when you took that waste paper basket out of here, the house, you know, you must have taken our radio script, too. We're due on the air any second. Maybe our papers are on that truck.
Oh, no, that load was sent out on the train hours ago. Oh, see what you did, Dagwood. Now what are Abbott and Costello going to do on the air tonight?
Oh, gee, Blondie, maybe I can help them out, huh? My whole family was good at making jokes.
They certainly did all right with you.
Oh, just a minute, boys. I've got a great idea. I've got something here in my purse. It's a school play that little Alexander wrote. You can do it on the air. I'm sure Alexander would give you the rights.
I'd like to give Alexander the rights. And a couple of good laughs.
All right. Wait a minute, Costello. This might be just what we need.
Oh, sure, it's a dandy play. All about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
And I know just the part I'm going to play.
Yeah, so do I. Come on, Dopey.
Here's the
little Connie Haynes to sing the novel new rhythmic hit, Take It Easy.
Take it easy, take it easy. Don't you know it's more romantic when a dance is slow? Take it easy, take it easy. What's the good of feeling high when all the lights are low? Take it easy, take it easy. We've got lots of time ahead of us, the night is young. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't you know this music should be swayed instead of swung? Take your time, dance it with ease. Take your time, slow if you please. It's a moment tender, now the spell is cast. Maybe you'd surrender, but you move too fast. Take it easy. Yes, I know I'm not supposed to make a run, but jump. Take it easy, take it easy. If I don't, I fear that our romance will hit a bump. Take it easy, take it easy. Yes, I know it's time for romance when the music is sweet. Take it easy, take it easy. I should really try to make my heart control my speed. Take your time, dance it with ease, dance it with ease. Take your time, slow if you please, slow if you please. Take your time, I've been talking about taking more time, but I've changed my mind, and baby, don't wanna take my time.
Well, come on, Costello. Let's get in the studio. We're due on the air in a few seconds. Where's Dagwood and Blondie?
Oh, here we are, Mr. Abbott, and I have the script of Snow White right with me. Now, if you'll all gather around, I'll assign each one his part. First, I will play the part of the Princess Snow White.
Oh, goody, goody, and I will be the handsome prince, huh?
Now, wait a minute, Dagwood. I play the leading parts around here. I'm a real actor. I was born in the theater. And it cost my father 25 cents extra.
You were born in... You were born in the theater and it cost your father 25 cents extra for what?
The stork dropped me in a load sheet.
The stork that brought you should have been arrested for smuggling dope. Hey, that's a good one, Mrs. Niles. Ha, ha.
Now, Dagwood, you keep out of this. I think Mr. Costello is right, Mrs. Niles. This is his program, and he should have the leading part.
Oh, what does Costello know about acting? Now, me, I am part of the theater.
Your lower lip looks like the second balcony.
Costello, please. Yeah? Costello, you know that Mrs. Niles was a dramatic actress?
That's right, Mr. Abbott. Why, it's been only 5 years since I left the New York stage to poke my nose into Hollywood.
You didn't have to leave New York for that.
Costello, please. Will you cut that out and let Blondie assign the parts for the play?
Yeah, now, Blondie, please give me a good part. With Abbott and Costello's audience, I'll be able to reach 30 million people.
It's a good thing they can't reach you.
Oh, don't mind Dagwood, Mr. Costello. He's always wanted an acting career.
Yeah, that's right, fellas. Every time I get near you real actors, I get the smell of the grease paint in me nostrils.
The smell of the what in your who?
Yeah, the smell of the grease paint in me nostrils.
Dagwood, the word is nostrils, not nostrils.
Well, what's the difference? Nostrils. He's got the smell.
Dagwood just doesn't know what to do about it.
The smell?
No, my career.
Dagwood, why don't you recite one of your poems for Mr. Costello? You know, like you do on our Monday night show. He might like to hear it.
You want to bet?
Now, come on, Costello. Give him a chance. Go ahead, Dagwood.
Go ahead, huh? Well, thank you, Mr. Abbott. You're a kind man. You remind me of my father.
But, Dagwood, Mr. Abbott only has one head.
Yeah.
What am I laughing at? Why don't I think of a joke like that?
Go ahead, Dagwood. Recite your poem.
Yeah, go ahead, huh? Very well. Now, this is called The Raven. The Raven. As I sat rocking, gently rocking on my chamber floor, came a knocking, gently knocking at my chamber door. Quoth the Raven, nevermore. There, how'd you like that, huh?
Don't look now, but the Raven just laid an egg.
Costello, let's go on with the play. Ken Niles, will you please set the scene?
Okay, Bud. Ladies and gentlemen, we now present the Waste Paper Players, starring Abbott and Costello and Dagwood and Blondie. We present tonight an episode from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, entitled The Seven Dwarfs Sat on the Wagon, or The Surrey with the Shrimps on Top. As the scene opens, the princess is calling to her prince.
Oh, Prince. Oh, Prince. Here, Prince. Come, Prince. Here, Prince. Come here, Prince.
Here I am, princess. I have come to save you from your cruel stepmother. I have just arrived by Greyhound.
What's that?
Oh, my dogs are tired. Ah, my lovely princess, let me smother you with kisses.
Oh, Prince.
Hey,
Oh,
Blondie.
Prince.
Hey, what's going on here? He's kissing you.
Oh, Dagwood, this is just a play.
Yeah, but he isn't playing.
Dagwood, you're not supposed to talk now. You represent the forest. You play the part of a tree.
What part?
The sap.
Hey, now, wait a minute.
Ah, so you're a tree.
Now, never mind.
And I'm Prince.
All right, never mind. Yeah. Just a minute. Now, Costello, please. Never mind that, Costello. Go on with the play. Come on. Go on with the play, Lou.
Okay, now we go on with the play. Now, let me see. Ah, my lovely princess, please let me smother you with kisses.
Yeah, wait a minute. You just did that kissing scene, Mr. Costello.
Listen, isn't that deadwood a little too young for you, Blondie?
Dagwood, in this play, Mr. Costello is my brave, bold knight.
I thought knights were big, tall fellers. Huh?
This is spring, and the nights are getting shorter.
Costello, will you please read your next line?
Okay, my fair princess, what brings these tears to your lovely eyes?
My stepmother is so cruel to me. She makes me do all the drudgery. All day long it's wash and scrub. And at night she makes me sleep in the broom closet.
What do you hear from the mop?
Oh, woe is me. All I do is work. I work my fingers to the bone, and what have I got to show for it?
Bony fingers.
Hark! Princess, look, the queen. Your wicked stepmother approaches.
But how did she get across the moat?
She must have caught the guard with his bridges down.
Here comes the queen now.
The queen? She looks more like the three of clubs.
Good morning, my little princess. I have brought you a nice red apple.
Hey, Blondie, don't eat that apple. It's poison.
How do you know?
I'm reading on the next page.
Costello, don't let the princess eat the apple. You must save her.
Here, Snow White, give me that apple. I'll make the ugly queen eat it herself. Open your mouth, queen.
Oh, you silly baboon. This is me over here. You're feeding the apple to my horse.
The teeth fooled me.
Ah, my brave prince. You have saved me from the poison apple. How can I ever repay you?
Come into my arms and let me smother you with kisses.
Hey, wait a minute. There's too much kissing going on here. Hey, Blondie. Hey. I don't like
I'm sunk, brother.
Hey, Blondie, I don't like this play. Come on.
I do.
Yeah,
I'll go on home, Dagwood. I'll see you next Monday night.
Hey. Woo! Hey, come on, let's go home, Blondie. I'm getting hungry.
Oh, what a spot for the poison apple. Here, Deadwood. Open your mouth and I'll toss you the apple.
Yeah, oh, boy.
Brother, he was really hungry. Only 3 seeds hit the ground.
Costello, will you stick to the play?
Pardon me, everybody. Pardon me, I'm the NBC usher in this studio. Hold the door open, Costello. Stand back, everybody. They move very fast.
Costello, what was that?
What do you think it was? The audience!
Oh, get out of here.
Abbott and Costello will be back in just a moment.
Thanks to the Yanks of the Week. Tonight we salute Second Lieutenant Paul M. Kerner of Pontiac, Illinois, who led 22 Americans in 4 of our tanks against a German-held town on the casino front. After smashing a German self-propelled gun and a tank, Lieutenant Kerner and his men attacked fortified houses, taking 30 prisoners. Then, sending some men back with the prisoners, the young lieutenant and 10 other men, using tanks and bazookas, took the town, capturing about 50 more German prisoners, including a whole battalion staff. In honor of you and your men, Lieutenant Paul M. Kerner, the makers of Camels are sending to our soldiers overseas 300,000 Camel cigarettes.
Each of the 4 Camel radio shows honors a Yank of the Week, sends 300,000 Camel cigarettes overseas, a total of more than 1 million Camels sent free each week. In this country, the traveling Camel caravans have thanked audiences of more than 3.5 million Yanks with free shows and free Camels. Camel broadcasts go out to the United States 4 times a week, a shortwave to our men overseas and to South America. Listen tomorrow to Gary Moore and Jimmy Durante. Saturday to Bob Hawke in Thanks to the Yanks. Monday to Blondie. And next Thursday to Abbott and Costello with their guests Alan Hale and Sally Eilers. And now here's Abbott and Costello with the final word.
Thanks, Ken. Well, Blondie and Dagwood, thanks very much for being with us tonight.
Hey, Dagwood, I listen to your program every Monday night, and I'd like to know how you get through those doors without crashing.
Oh, there's nothing to it, Mr. Costello. Dagwood, take his hand and show him.
Okay, here we go. Hold the door open, Blondie.
Okay.
We're moving fast.
Gee, they made it. I don't see them. Dagwood, Costello, where are you?
We're down here! Who left the cover off this manhole?
Good night, folks.
Tune in next week for another great Abbott and Costello show with a special guest, Mr. Alan Hale and Miss Sally Eilers. And remember, get Camels for more flavor. If you're looking for a cigarette that won't go flat no matter how many you smoke, get Camels for more flavor. This is Ken Niles wishing you a very pleasant good night from Hollywood.